Now before you hit the dislike button, after reading the title, please watch this video all the way through. I know that without a doubt, Zinedine Zidane was a world-class player, and I'm in no way saying he wasn't great. What I'm saying is often when you ask someone who the best player in the world is, you would hear Zidane in the top 5 or even in first place. But to be honest, I believe Zidane does not make it into the top 5 or even top 10. I would put him somewhere around 15th, which is why I believe Zinedine Zidane is overrated. As a matter of fact, he has never scored more than 15 goals in a season in total in all competitions. And comparing that to the stats of many midfield players like Ronaldinho, Ronaldo Nazario, and Frank Lampard, who had much higher stats, and of course the two legends Messi and Ronaldo, who are both constantly putting in 40+ goal seasons, you simply can't say Zidane was on the same level as Messi, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, etc. And despite that, on almost any ranking list of the best footballers of all time, Zidane is in the top 5. Now of course, goals are not even close to everything, but it's a baseline which often shows an attacking player's ability. Now again, I'm in no way saying that Zidane wasn't great, I just strongly believe he's overrated and not as prolific as many think he was. So let's take a look at why Zidane is overrated. And as we're heading into the career of Zidane, if you do want to see more videos like this, hit that like button and maybe even subscribe, but of course it's totally up to you, so no pressure. So Zidane started his career in 1988, playing for AS Cannes, a local French club that plays in France's 5th division. He played there for 3 years, had 22 appearances and 3 goals. Later on, moving to another French club, Bordeaux, and playing another 4 seasons there, having 38 goals and 13 assists in 170 appearances. But it was only 1996 when Zidane would start to rise to popularity. It was when he was signed by Italian giants Juventus. Now it wasn't that easy, as Juventus had many doubts about the player. He seemed to be underweight, lacking physicality and acceleration, but after the first look at him, Juventus grabbed onto him, but for a very small fee of $3.85 million. Zidane knew that this was his next big step and decided to go for it and sign with the club. It was here where you would start to see his incredible touch and close control of the ball. He got the ball and went past 3 defenders with ease, with the ball not leaving more than a meter away from his feet. And this was the one thing that could make up for his lack of goals compared to other players like Pelé, Maradona, Ronaldinho, and others. Juventus went on to win the Serie A title that year and the next year as well, and Zidane would be nominated for his first Ballon d'Or. But next season Juventus went from placing 1st in the league to 7th in the league, with Zidane having scored only 2 goals in 25 matches that season. Which brings me to my first reason as to why I think he's overrated. Zidane was very inconsistent during his career. One season he would score 2 goals for his club, and the next season he would score 9, and then back to a couple of goals. And you can see this even more when it comes to assists. In 1999, he had 3 assists in 32 matches in Serie A, and next year he had 14 assists in 33 matches. That's a 500% increase in just one season, and next season he went back down to 7 assists. Now, stats like goals and assists don't show even close to everything about a player, but remember, this video is why I think Zidane was overrated, not that I think he wasn't good. Of course, Zidane is a football icon and a legendary player, but when people say he was a top 5 player, I simply can't agree with that, because there are a ton of attacking midfielders who could do what he did and at the same time had better stats and more consistency. For example, if we compare Zidane with Frank Lampard, we can see that Lampard was constantly putting in 10+ goal seasons, which was a very rare occasion for Zidane, while still being extremely dominant on the field just like Zidane. Same thing with Steven Gerrard, Ronaldinho, Iniesta, Alfredo Di Stefano, and so on. But if you search up the top 10 football players of all time, you always see Zinedine Zidane ahead of these players on the list. For me, it simply doesn't make that much sense. Moving on to the next reason as to why I believe he's overrated is his much better performance at international level than for his club. When you say a player is in the top 10, you expect him to be great in the most crucial times for both international and domestic leagues. Now, the only exception for this would be Lionel Messi, who until recently winning the Copa America final for Argentina, hasn't been able to perform well for Argentina. However, his amount of goals for Barcelona would make up for that in my mind. Zidane would score in almost every other game for France, while only scoring in 1 out of every 4 to 5 games for all the clubs he's played for. And comparing that to Ronaldo Nazário, who had about 0.8 goals per 90 minutes for his club and Brazil, meaning that he scored about a goal every game. But again, if you take a look at the list of the top 10 football players of all time, Zinedine Zidane would always be ahead of Ronaldo Nazário. But look, of course Zidane had numerous achievements during his career, winning the Ballon d'Or in 1988, winning 2 league titles with Juventus and 1 La Liga title with Real Madrid, winning the 1998 World Cup, winning the Euros in year 2000, and winning the 2002 Champions League final with Madrid. For sure, Zidane was an all-time great. What I was saying in this video is that Zidane was great, but shouldn't ever be ranked higher than Ronaldo Nazário, Ronaldinho, etc. Or be ranked almost the same with players like Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Pele, Alfredo Di Stefano, etc. And if you disagree with me or agree with me, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.